hearing voices. One voice said, "You're gonna die, you're gonna die, just die, die." The other voice said, "Seek shelter, my son, seek shelter, seek shelter." The other voice said, "Look, there's an abandoned house, go inside." "No, no, no, I can't do it, I can't do it, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared." I quotes the Lord's Prayer. "As I walk through the valleys of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil, for the Lord is with me." So I creep to the house. I turned the knob. Oh, this house was open. It was open. I didn't go all the way in. Dogs, deaf. I stayed in the front, and I set my watch to 5 o'clock. And I'll leave this place. But right now, I just need a little sleep. I just need a little sleep. I came back the next night, faced with the same situation. I came back again and again and again. After the 10th time, I put a lock on the door.
I'm making clothing with used clothing based on his idea. One of the ideas is hidden pocket in jacket.
With this hidden pocket, I'm able to have my most important items on the street that I would need to use to handle my business on me.
Upcycle Uplift. This is a participatory project and an interdisciplinary project. It's brought the line between art and life, intervene into the real world by collaborating with homeless people and creating clothing from recycled clothing. Homeless people are more likely to their belongings stolen even in the soup kitchen. And he always carry his backpack because he wants to move freely without holding anything both hands.
With the external pockets now, this is even better because it gives me a chance to put things like my cell phones, a hook right here for my pen. In the back of the pouch here, I have keys. It gives me a chance to have my stuff secure and I don't have to worry about it getting stolen.
Circulating in the alternative system, different from production-based capitalism. I plan to invite the different specialists of economics and sociology and think about alternative economy system.
3 times more vacant spaces in New York City than there are homeless people.
Real estate people in the city will tell you there's not enough supply for the demand, and they're lying.
We have a constitution that is 400 years old, written in good old boy language, and that's where the problem starts. We really need a new constitution, folks, believe it or not. So I spent 2.5 years homeless on the streets of Miami.
Folks who have lived experience of something are the real experts on the issue.
They oversaturated the Miami market with housing, with luxury housing that they couldn't sell. And people were still living under the bridges and in shanty towns and being released from prison and taken right underneath the bridge. Come back to New York, rather than spend my time in the shelter over those 10 months staring at the green walls, I would go to the library every day and try to understand how planning happened in New York City. Gentrification leads to displacement, which leads to criminalization, which leads to homelessness. There seemed to be a predetermined path for some people in this world, and most of those people looked like me. Either their skin was brown, they had immigrated here to the US.
Sometimes speculators can buy land and they can sit on it for 1, 5, 10 years, 20, 30 years, or even longer. And that land could be used for a public purpose, but it's sitting as if it were in somebody's bank account.
It's a way that the community controls what goes on top of the land. Our community land trust was started by homeless people in the United States, and I was part of that.
No one can do everything, but everyone can do something.
I'm kind of like continuing on into this journey of this UnHomeless project, having experienced parts of being homeless in the past 5 years, which really drew me into all of this. I think this kind of opened my eyes to the art world that is connected to social issues. A lot of the artists want public to be involved, and the more accessible you make it to people, the more you can reach them, obviously, and the more you can make art accessible to everyone. So the social justice platform doesn't only have to be like rallies and stuff like that. It can be quiet. You can just be there, and it can still have an impact on you.
My name is Tommy True. For the past couple of weeks, I've been taking the current UnHomeless website and transforming it more user-friendly.
Activism and social engagement to the fore of art practice. Level of ability to communicate is something that all artists develop. That's what we're bringing.
We're talking like two human beings. It's just like jumping in, taking a risk. That was the type of conversation I would want to have with anyone who has been through it or anyone who is in that situation right now.
There's a layer of evictions. Those are the red dots on the map. Every blue dot is a long form interview that we recorded with tenants, not just about their evictions, but also about their resistance, so that we could share that knowledge.
Grab it like a gun.